Alright, hey guys, this is Leet Cheese bringing you a OU battle after my brief hiatus. I am back with a really random OU team that I just kind of threw some pokes together from the boxes that I wanted to try out. Some of them I've used before, like for example Rotom Wash, which I really like to use. I just find Volt Switch and U-Turn extremely helpful. I think this team has 3 Scarfers, maybe even 4 Scarfers, so that's kind of gimmicky. Yeah, I just threw some pokes together. He threw pokes together even more so, though, because his team has just a ton of UUs and RUs. I don't even remember if he has any OUs. He might have 1 or 2. But, yeah, I will not be playing much OU. I feel like the metagame's getting very stale. There really needs to be a weatherless side, because even if you make a team that doesn't have weather, you need a way to deal with weather, otherwise it's going to be a bad team. So, yeah, now I'm done with my, brief rant about stuff. Here's the battle. I hope you guys enjoy. Here it is. Alright, so I see that he has a Probopass on his team, and I think it was even in the lead spot. So I decided that I would lead with my Rotom Wash, because I know that threatens his Probopass a lot with the Stab Hydro Pump. And I'm assuming that he's not going to want to stay in because of that. I think he'll probably have the Sturdy, so I won't want to KO him anyway. And so partly I Volt Switch out because I want to break that Sturdy, and partially because I think he's going to switch out too, fearing that Hydro Pump. And if I remember right, he did not have any ground types on his team, which I always check for when I'm using Rotom Wash, so I know if I can Volt Switch freely. And so I'm going to go into Donphan because of that, who of course has the Stab 4 times super effective Earthquake, which would work extremely well against him, but that I'm not going to end up going for that. I'm actually going to end up going for the Rapid Spin. I remember seeing his Gengar, and right after I went for the Rapid Spin, right after I clicked it, I was thinking, okay, come on, don't switch into Gengar. Don't switch into Gengar. He does switch into Gengar, so that Rapid Spin is completely useless. I don't get my Stealth Rocks up or anything. I really should have gone for Stealth Rocks there. That was so dumb. Oh well. He saw that I had several Stealth Rock weak Pokemon, so I would really want to have those gone. I'm going to switch into my Hydreigon now, expecting to be able to take anything he wants to go for, because I don't know why he'd go for the Focus Blast straight off the bat, But he goes for the Hidden Power, and I assumed it would be Fire or something. It's Ice, and then it takes me out without a crit. That was amazing. I did not think Gengar had that kind of power. Hydreigon's really bulky. That was incredible. I was so surprised, so I was 100% sure he was Specs after that happened. So I know I can go into my Scarf Staraptor. If he wants to stay in, he'll die. If he switches out, I get a Brave Bird on something. So he stays in, he dies to the Brave Bird, because Reckless Raptor is a really fucking powerful guy. It's ridiculous. I wanted to use one of these for a while. I can see why he's not UU anymore. Definitely should not be in UU. He's so powerful. But he can just go into his Probopass now, who of course 4 times resists that Brave Bird, which means I will not want to stay in. However, I figure my Machamp will do a great job at taking him on. He goes for Thunder Wave here. I did not predict that. I was rather frustrated about that. I should have gone out into my Donphan again. But I figured that was a little too obvious, though I really don't know what he would do to me. I guess he could have made a double switch into something else that would take my Donphan. I don't know. I should have gone into Donphan. That was dumb. So yeah, my Machamp is paralyzed now. Not a huge deal. It's a little annoying. This Machamp is running some speed investment because it's a substitute 3-attack set. But since I am paralyzed, I don't want to go for the sub and go for a bunch of moves, therefore risking a Parahax even more so. So I just go for the obvious Dynamic Punch, which would obviously KO his Probopass. And he's gonna go into this guy. I don't even know his name, but I know he's Bug Poison. So he's going to 4 times resist that. I also know this guy, I think, has base 112 speed. So he's actually a really good poke, with he's got Stab Mega Horn and got Rock Slide for some pretty good coverage there. So yeah, he's going to go for that Rock Slide, trying, going for the Paraflinching, I guess, since obviously a Mega Horn would be significantly more powerful than that Rock Slide. So yeah, but I have the Confusion on him, so Paraflinching is not going to be very effective when you are also confused. So you're having that 50% chance of not even being able to attack, and I can easily take him out with the Stone Edge since I cannot miss from no guard, and I end up not getting paralyzed that turn, and I do not think he has very good defenses at all. So he's just easily going to go down to that super effective Stone Edge from Machamp's very high attack stat. So Machamp is sitting at almost full HP, and he's going to have something else to take a hit. So he goes into his Kingdra, which I know I will not one-hit KO with a dynamic punch because Kingdra has very nice natural bulk. I believe it has 95 in HP and both of his defenses. I'm not positive about that, but I think it's somewhere around there. And so I can go for the stab dynamic punch. I'm very glad I didn't get paralyzed there. I think I would have been in trouble. I don't think the Scarf Bravebird would have been able to take him out. But fortunately for him, he does have a Lum Berry, which prevents that confusion from taking place, which is very nice for him because when you're starting to stat up in your attack and you're confused, that means you do even more damage to yourself, which is rather annoying. But I'm not expecting this +1 outrage to take out my Machamp, knowing how bulky he is. And in fact, it does not, because Machamp is very bulky, and Kingdra's attack is kind of lackluster, since it does have that extra bulk. I believe its attack is also base 95, which is not very high for a sweeper. So I will be able to take him out with that second dynamic punch, no problem. And now I'm going to get Switch Initiative on whatever he sends in to take out my Machamp, which ends up being his Houndoom. But rather than getting Switch Initiative, I'm just going to get another kill, because he goes for the Pursuit. He just made some really weird plays in this match. This is really kind of a gimmicky match with, you know, how gimmicky of a team I have. I guess I've got really good Pokemon on my team. It's just some of the sets and the fact that I have 3 Scarfers in Rotom. Oh my god, I forgot the flying guy with the brave birding guy. Staraptor and Hydreigon, who are all scarfed. And so that's kind of gimmicky, but overall the Pokemon on my team are very OU. So he's going to bring in a Scyther here, and now finally he kills my Machamp with another not very effective move. Going for the I don't know. God, it's Pursuit on a Machamp. God, that was just dumb. So I'm going to bring my Donphan here. That was extremely stupid. I realized after this that he's probably a bulky Eviolite set. I think the main reason I brought him is because I wanted to Rapid Spin so that I could then bring in my Volcarona, who would get the, the stab super effective move on him in the form of Fiery Dance. But then he Swords Dances, and I realized he's going to be really bulky. So this Ice Shard is going to do crap damage. That's super effective. I'm not running any attack EVs, so that's really not surprising. That did less than an eighth, I would say. And now he gets a sub up, and I'm thinking, I'm going to lose this game. This guy is using almost all UU and RU Pokemon, and I'm going to lose to him. And I'm using all OUs. Oh, except Donphan, I guess. But Donphan is like almost OU. He's really good. So I'm going to go into Rotom here, hoping he does not have the quick attack. Because I'm thinking, I guess a +4 quick attack probably wouldn't kill me. But I can just go for the Volt Switch here. Obviously going to break his sub because that stab's super effective. Doesn't matter how bulky he is with that Eviolite that I'm sure he has. And since I've seen Swords Dance, I've seen Substitute, and I have seen Bug Bite. No, he had X Scissor because, oh god, this guy is probably not a very skilled player. He's got, he's got X Scissor and not Bug Bite, which is more powerful with Technician. And he's got Sub and Swords Dance. I would expect him, he should probably have Swords Dance Roost, since it's a bulky Scyther. But he must not have Quick Attack, because I break his sub, he goes for the X Scissor, obviously not going to take up my Volcarona, even though he's at +4, because it's not very effective. And Volcarona has very nice bulk. Oh, that was punny. So I'll be able to take him out with that Fiery Dance, since it is stab and super effective, and he's below half HP, so that's easy. Gets his Scyther out of the way. Big threat. I thought I was going to lose the game there. Really didn't think about that rationally because of all the moves I saw. But now this Volcarona is going to be able to sweep his team because he's using a UU team, and OU teams have a hard time taking Volcarona. So yeah, that Probopass is going to go to the HP ground, and that will be the end of the game. So that really was not that good of a battle. I'm not really sure why I'm uploading this, but I guess it's kind of interesting teams. His team was very gimmicky with the Specs Gengar, which ended up working out for him in that scenario. Though he definitely shouldn't have stayed in on Staraptor. I guess he was probably thinking that I didn't know it was HP Ice. Though I don't know what else it could have been. I guess it could have been HP Fighting. It also could have been HP Fighting. I don't. But since he went for it on Donphan, I would assume it was HP Ice. So, oh yeah, why would he carry HP Fighting when there's Focus Blast too? Okay, never mind, scratch what I just said. So I hope you guys enjoyed the battle, even though it was honestly not a very quality battle. I probably shouldn't be uploading this. And like the video, even if you didn't like it, which you probably didn't. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, definitely higher quality content in the future. And have a great day, guys.